new developments abroad, not only the decision on Iran, but also highlighted the meeting on June 12th in Singapore. We were all in a celebratory mood as a result of having approved the 21st Circuit Judge just a few moments ago. That means that one-eighth of the circuit judges in America have been appointed by Donald Trump and confirmed by this Republican Senate. So we think we're making dramatic progress on that front as well. And of course, everybody's excited about the condition of the economy and the way the country seems to be in an upbeat mood heading into the fall election. For that, John.
Well, tomorrow the Senate Intelligence Committee will vote Gina Haspel out of the committee. She is quite likely the most accomplished person ever to be nominated as CIA director. And she reiterated this morning in a letter to Senator Mark Warner, the ranking member on the Intelligence Committee, that she did not believe that the CIA should ever restart any of the interrogation program for which she is falsely accused of participating in. Actually, she learned about the program in some detail a year after members of Congress like Nancy Pelosi and others were briefed in detail on it after 9/11. And I would just say that John Brennan, who was the number 4 at CIA, who was confirmed with a vote of 64 bipartisan votes in the Senate, he was number 4 at the CIA, whereas when she was there at this particular time, she was the equivalent of GS-15, roughly a major or lieutenant colonel. Obviously not a management person when it comes to running the CIA. But I think the Democrats are running out of excuses to block this highly qualified nominee, and I hope more of our Senate Democratic colleagues will come across the aisle and support her as they should.
Well, as the leader pointed out, we had a good discussion with the president today, and as the leader also mentioned, a lot of it had to do with what's happening in the economy, and I think the president rightfully can take great credit for some significant strides that we've made. If you look at the economy today, I think it's a reflection that a pro-growth, pro-jobs agenda can make a profound difference in the lives of the American people. Unemployment is at a 17-year low. In the month of March, there was a record number of jobs created, 6.55, I should say number of job listings, 6.55 million job listings, a new record. There have been almost 3 million jobs created since the president took office, and about 800,000 since tax reform passed last fall. So on a jobs front, on the wage front, on the growth in the economy front, there's just been a lot of progress. And you compare that to where we were just a few short years ago, and you can see where a pro-growth, pro-jobs agenda really does make a difference in the lives of the American people. We want to continue to work on that, and the president does as well, and keep that focus on the economy, keep that focus on jobs, keep that focus on wages and American families, and how we can improve their standard of living and their quality of life by putting policies in place that allow them to keep more of their hard-earned money in their own pockets, and an economy that continues to grow and expand and create better paying jobs.
Well, we had a very productive meeting with the president today, talking about a number of things happening at home as well as around the world. We talked about Iran, talked about the new embassy in Jerusalem, moving the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem, as well as talking about what's happening in North Korea. But the focus, of course, was on the economy. The fact that we have a strong, healthy, growing economy, an America First economy based on tax cuts, cutting red tape, where we have an unemployment rate of 3.9%, the lowest it's been in 17 years. Consumer confidence at the highest it's been in 18 years with the 3 million new jobs. And at the same time, Nancy Pelosi has most recently said that what she wants to do is eliminate the tax cuts. She thinks the government has a better idea of how to spend the money than individual people at home. We're going to continue to fight for a growing economy, a strong economy, a healthy economy with larger paychecks and more prosperity here at home in America.
Well, this is Police Week. When Senator Coons and I came to Congress 7 years ago, came to the Senate, we created the Bipartisan Law Enforcement Caucus. One of the things the President mentioned today was his chance to meet with all those people who are here. Many of those people are here this week for Police Week. It's just a good time for us to remember the Capitol Police, all they do to secure the place we all work in every day and that people visit every day. Still the most open seat of government anywhere in the world, and what they do to make that happen, but also all those who serve all over the country. Way too many policemen were injured, way too many lives were lost last year in the line of duty. And for policemen and their families, when that policeman leaves, that policeman, man or woman, leaves in the morning, their family just wants them to come home at night. And all of our families want that, but they leave with a greater sense that they may somehow be injured or lose their lives during the day as they try to protect us. So this is a good week for us to not only see all the uniforms of people from all over the country that are in Washington this week, but to remember all the people where we live that do all they can to help us, and will be the people that will want to respond if and when there's a pull.
Yeah.
How serious is the proposal the president has been pushing? He's been talking about changing the Senate rules, changing the precedent. You have said you're not in favor of that. You talked about 1/8 of the nominations now for circuit judges. Was that part of the conversation, and is that something that he was able to persuade you on during the meeting?
No, we didn't discuss that that issue. I think the the question of rules change that we've been discussing, that's come out of the Rules Committee, is doing something on post-cloture time, which the Democrats themselves advocated in 2013, but now seem to have backed away from. So the main thing is to get our work done. If we have greater cooperation, we'll be able to accomplish more. I'm somewhat optimistic based on conversations I've had with the Democratic leader about the appropriations process, that we're going to have a higher level of cooperation than we've had, and we'll see how that works out.
Leader McConnell, does it bother you that almost a week ago now, someone on the president's staff insulted one of your senior colleagues, John McCain, with this morbid joke, and that no one from the White House has apologized for it, even today, as far as we understand it?
Well, the person who said that should apologize, and should apologize publicly.
Do you think the White House should apologize more broadly, sir?
Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley last week was talking about Supreme Court nominations. He said he was concerned, first and foremost, that there wouldn't be enough time to process one if the retirement happened soon. So on that, he also talked about hewing to the Biden if the nominee opened up in 2020. Do you have a position on whether or not you would move the Supreme Court nominee in 2020?
Well, I can say in 2018, if such a vacancy were to occur, anytime up until the summer, we would certainly deal with that nominee this year.
Did the president explain in your lunch why he chose to highlight the Chinese company ZTE, and what's your view of that company?
I don't recall.
Did you talk about trade?
I can't remember whether we discussed that issue or not. I don't think we did.
Did the issue of Senator McCain come up at all during the lunch? And
No.
how do you encourage the White House to have that separation come up?
No, the issue didn't come up.
You mentioned the changes to post-closure debate time. Are you planning to bring that those changes to the floor for a vote, and are you going to use the nuclear option in Democrats?
Well, the ideal way to adopt what we call a standing order would be on a bipartisan basis, like it was done in 2013. Unfortunately, we only did it for 2 years. The Democrats are not in a position to do that now. We continue to discuss whether that would be necessary. An easier way to deal with all this, however, would be to have greater cooperation. And the cooperation has picked up some this year. You know, the ability to confirm nominees has improved. I think the attitude of the Democrats, it seems to me, is better. That's the best way to solve the problem, is to get back to some degree of normalcy about handling, in particular, assistant secretaries of this, that, or the other. So we'll see. I'm optimistic things are going to get better on that front.
So are you investigating the moving of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem has led to the deaths?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
The moving of the embassy to Jerusalem has led to the deaths of dozens of Palestinians. Do you believe this action was worth it?
I think moving the embassy to Jerusalem was a good idea. It's been American law for over 2 decades, and every president waived it. I think President Trump did the right thing. in moving the embassy. It ought to be the undivided capital of Israel. Thank you.
Senator